Okay, so here's the tools I used for this job. It was a magnetic pickup tool, 1/2-inch drive ratchet. This one extends. This is a swivel head 3/8 ratchet, 13mm wrench, ratcheting 13mm wrench, just combination wrench, not ratcheting. 19mm combination wrench, 13mm socket. We had an 18mm 1/2-inch drive. This is 3/8. Also had a 19mm 1/2-inch drive. You can also use a 3/8 drive if you have that. It doesn't have to be a 1/2-inch drive. It's just what I was using. But 18 and 19, and then also a 21mm 1/2-inch drive socket. Flathead screwdriver to go ahead and remove that tab for the brake cable or the brake line. Mallet or sledgehammer, I mean, just to sort of beat it back in place and to knock it off with the flathead. And then this is optional, but 1/2-inch drive impact makes it a lot faster. Okay, so today I'm going to be making a video on how to do the struts, the front struts on a 2008 Nissan Sentra. This will also pertain to basically any other strut for the most part, at least this kind of a setup. Normally this is what you get on a lot of newer vehicles, so this will pertain to that too as well. But anyway, first thing you want to do is go ahead and jack up your vehicle. And I've gone and showing you where to jack it up at. Those little tabs right there will indicate basically where you want to place your jack at, right there. And then you want to go ahead and set a jack stand on the frame afterwards. Make sure you have your e-brake on as well, so you don't go sliding anywhere. But then just lower down on that and you should be good to go. After that, you're going to go ahead and remove your wheel right there. It's going to be 4 lug nuts over here. That goes to that anyway. So after that, you're going to go ahead and loosen up your sway bar link. It's going to be a nut on there, and then you can go ahead and just take that out. I'm going to set this down real quick. Go ahead and take that out. I've already loosened up everything, so that's why the shock's moving. But there's going to be a little nut back there on the back of this. That's a 19mm. You're going to want to get a wrench on that to get the nut off the front, because it's going to be pretty tight. But then you can just set that off to the side. Then you can go ahead and loosen these bolts. I've already gone and done that. There's one. The other one I'm going to leave in there for a second so everything stays in place. Also, you're going to want to loosen up your brake line. There's going to be a little clip that goes in right there, and there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little groove that it will set in that will hold that in place. So that'll be how you get that loose. You also want to loosen up your ABS cable, or ABS sensor cable, right where the grommets are at. So you have both of those loose. That doesn't get pulled or tugged in any way to where it breaks it, because you don't want to do that. That's not cheap. Then up here, and this is specific to the Sentra, if you look back there, there's a little hole. It's going to have this cover on it. That's where your third bolt's going to be, as far as getting the 3 top mount bolts. It's going to be 13mm. There's one that goes here. There's also one that goes right back here, if you can see that. There you go, right there. And then the other one's going to be inside there. And to get to that one, you need to use a 1/2-inch or a 3/8 ratchet with a 13mm socket, and you can ratchet it up a decent bit of the way, and then from there you're going to take a 13mm wrench and get it off the rest of the way. And if it does drop, just have a magnet handy. Once it gets all the way loose, I was able to get it out with my fingers, but if it does drop, there's a little crevice to hold it, so you can get back to it so it doesn't drop all the way to wherever that leads. But after that, then we're going to come back down here. Once you have all of those bolts up there loose, you have everything down here loose, And then I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the last bolt down here. You can see the, I don't know if you can. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Just that last bolt right there. And then this will simply just come right on out like that. And there you go. Now set that one off to the side. Okay guys, so I wanted to go and show you this too real quick. If you look at the top of the mount here, you see how it has a specific shape. So you want to make sure also there's a little marking right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's the L and H right there. So that means left hand side. So it's going to go on your driver's side. But you can always check to see how it lines up. If you look up, you see how that matches up with that shape right there. So you just go ahead and line those up. Make sure it's, you know, aimed in the right direction when you go to put it in. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in that direction since it's just like that up there. You can see that, and you're good to go. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you're going to put your new strut in is go ahead and get the top mount bolts in. So you're gonna hold the strut basically right here with your right hand, and with your left hand you want to have your bolts ready. And just go ahead and insert the first one. This one I would say first, just because it's easiest to get to and see, and that will hold it up for you. Just get it fully threaded in so it's all the way up there for the most part, finger tight at least. Then you're gonna go ahead and get the second one back there, so it, you know, gets pretty much everything flush and whatnot, so that back one will be fairly easy. Also make sure when you go to reassemble it that this is out in front, so it's not gonna get behind anything. After that, we're gonna go ahead and get the two bigger bolts for the spindle to the actual, with the spindle to the strut mount right here. That's what we're gonna do next. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set you to the side. I'll pop those in there. I'll just sort of show you how I do it, so it's a little easier for you. Just want to go ahead and get your bottom one in first. Sometimes you have to move stuff back and forth. There you go. So you get the first one in. These came out with the head this way coming out, so make sure you reinstall it the way they were removed for that purpose. Anyway, after that, you're gonna want to swing this. Just press right here. That should line up for the most part. You have to wiggle a little bit, wiggle everything just to get it all the way fully seated. You're good to go. Then from there, you want to go ahead and just start getting your nuts on there, back here. Go just like that. Get them nice and finger tight. There, good to go there. So next, I'm going to show you how to basically put that brake line back in place. So what you're going to do is get the actual line part of it right here through there, and then you're gonna want to get this seated through there. After that, if you need to, just get a hammer and tap it a tad. Now she's nice and good and seated in there. Hopefully you guys saw that pretty well, but now that's what it'll be like sitting in that groove right there. So there you go. And from there, you go ahead and tighten these up. Get your square link in as well, right here. And like I said before, there's a 19mm fitting or nut in the back on here, basically on this stud, that you're going to want to go ahead and get a wrench on to tighten up that nut. But I'm going to go ahead and tighten up everything, and then I'll be right back. So I've got everything nice and tightened back up. Got our 21mm bolts tightened up with the nuts. Got our 18mm right here for our sway bar link. And then also got the brake cable nice back in place, as well as our ABS cable is routed back into its retainers. Then up here we've gone ahead and put all of our bolts in and tightened them down. So you can go ahead and take your little cover or grommet for that hole back there that holds your what you call it, the bolt for your sway bar in. You can go ahead and put that back on. Just sort of line it up and push it in like that. There you go. After that, just go ahead and put your wheel back on. So we're all finished. Got the wheel back on. Got her let back down. New strut is in with the new bolts. And there you go. Hope this video was helpful. Please comment if you have any questions, and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Hope you guys have a great day, and until next time.